Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the Power Beyond Super Saiyan challenge for the Fighting Legend Vegeta event. So this is a pretty decent challenge. You have a pretty strong category overall with which to take this challenge on. You've got Super Saiyan God Goku, Super Saiyan God Vegeta as your lead, and overall they are a pretty decent one. Obviously being one of the 7th year LRs, they're one of the better units in the game, if not one of the best units in the game, and they're going to be pretty reliable in leading your team to victory. Not to mention they have pretty huge advantage against the final phase of this fight, which is AGL. So we're using them as a friend lead. On my side, I am using the Pure Saiyan's lead, Easy Aid AGL Vegeta. He's a very good option as your leader skill because he is Power Beyond Super Saiyan, but he also includes a lot Pure Saiyans as a category, which gives you pretty much a huge selection of the roster. So we're going to be using him. We're going to be using the good old God Goku and God Vegeta as our friend leads. We are then going to be using the newly pulled, at least for me, 6th anniversary Super Saiyan God SS Evolved Vegeta, which is pretty cool. He obviously has that 10% damage reduction with an additional 10% with each attack received in the same turn. He has Ki +1 with each attack performed. If HP is 50% or less at the start of his turn, after he's received 7 or more attacks, he will revive with 70% health, and he has a high chance of performing a critical hit for 1 turn. Super attack causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, and he obviously has that high crit chance on both his 12 and 18 key. He's going to be doing some decent damage, but he's just going to be there as a relatively solid tanking option and to provide a revive should we need it. Then on the other side of things we have the God Goku. God Goku, obviously after his recent EZA, is one of the better tanks in the game. After his Extreme Z Awakening, he has 77% damage reduction against Pure Saiyan's enemies. So he is going to be very tanky in this event. Going to be really soaking up the damage, and that's going to help us out a ton. Having that tank that can just absorb any amount of damage is always something that a lot of people love. It's something that always helps everyone out. So yeah, it's just a very good unit to have. Not to mention he links up pretty decently with the Super Saiyan God Goku and Super Saiyan God Vegeta, and he also creates rainbow orbs for them, making him a pretty nice pairing to run with the friend unit that we are utilizing. Then we have some, not left field picks, but we have some slightly different picks from the Goku and Vegeta masses. So we have the Super Saiyan 2 Kale and Caulifla. Always a reliable unit if you are facing a Universal Survival Saga or Pure Saiyan category enemy. Obviously they have attack and defense of 66%. They gain 1 key per attack and 6% evasion per attack. They also gain 10% attack per Pure Saiyan's category unit on your team, or Joined Forces category unit on the team, or Universe 6. Obviously our whole team is Pure Saiyans, and part of our team is also Joined Forces with the friend lead, so pretty strong from that perspective. They also have a guaranteed super attack when they are facing a Universal Survival Saga enemy. They also launch an additional attack. So these guys can pretty much fire like almost 4 supers in a turn, which is obviously very good, and leads to them doing a pretty decent amount of damage. They really ramp up their defense really fast against Pure Saiyan's enemies, which makes them very viable. And yeah, overall they're just a very solid option for us to utilize. So I do really like them as an option. I think they are great, and overall I do enjoy utilizing them. I think they can do a really solid job. So for me, just like them. I think they're really good. They're going to be paired up with the Super Saiyan 2 Kale. She's a free-to-play unit who has attack and defense of 120%. When performing a super attack, gives Universal Survival Saga category allies 2 key and attack and defense of 30%. Has additional defense of 70% when there's an ally whose name includes Caulifla on the team, which will proc from our Kale and Caulifla, and gives all allies key +1 attack and defense of 16% and a critical hit chance of 16% if that ally is attacking in the same turn. And she is most of the time, so you get all those nice bonuses, which is always pretty good. That crit chance really helps out the Kale and Caulifla unit because it enables them to really crit on all of these multiple super attacks, which increases the damage quite a lot because they do have a damage cap, obviously of that 10% per unit. So they do hit about between 4 and 5 million, and then kind of just sit there the whole fight. They don't have increasing attack. Maybe one day when they're easy A, they'll just get increasing attack, and if they do that, then it'll be very interesting to see where these units fall. But yeah, overall they're really solid. In terms of everything else, the team's pretty solid. Like I said, Vegeta does pretty well. Nice thing about Vegeta is we let him take some hits to try and build up that revive mechanic, just so we have it in our back pocket. We don't want to end up being caught out or suffering too much damage or anything like that. So yeah, overall very solid stuff. Very decent team build. I think overall the team works more than fine. There's never really a stage you need to be worried about. I think this team just runs super smooth, so there's nothing you really need to be super duper worried about. They just function really well. Then in terms of the other units you could utilize, there's a lot of decent options here. You've got the LR Super Saiyan 4s, you've got the LR Team Gohan, you've got the LR Vegeta Angel, you've got the LR Blue Boys Kaioken duo, and you've got a lot of decent T-War options as well. Tech Kale and Caulifla, Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. You've got obviously the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, you've got Transforming AGL Goku, you've got the Int SS4 Gogeta, you've got Int Gotenks, you've got tons of great options. Int Vegeta GT, Physical Goku GT. So you've got a lot of options to utilize. You don't have to utilize this build exactly. You are more than fine to utilize whichever one you want. Again, it's just ideal pretty much to try and obviously build around what you have in your box. Generally speaking, I find it best to use a Pure Saiyan's lead, or a lead that's going to enable you to encompass the friend lead that is the Super Saiyan God Goku and Super Saiyan God Vegeta. If that's a movie hero's lead in the form of AGL Gogeta, or if that is a Pure Saiyan's lead, if it's a super type lead, whichever way it is, I just think, generally speaking, that it's something you should aim to do, because I do think it's going to help you out the most overall, at least in terms of the actual event and completing it, because they do bring a lot of damage, they bring a lot of good qualities to the team, and I just think overall they really do improve the team a lot, and they just absolutely massacre the final phase against AGL Vegeta. So for me, they're just flat out the best option. As you can see, Vegeta taking some decent damage from the good old physical Vegeta, but he holds up okay. Once he's built up those stacks, he does quite fine. So yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to team build or anything like that. Obviously, if you are struggling, remember to always look at equipment. Equipment is a fantastic option. But yeah, we're gonna obviously just skip ahead to the end where we're going to transform them, and then we're gonna skip ahead to the end where we're facing obviously the AGL Vegeta. Just nice to always see the transformation animations. I think it's always always cool to get some animations, and it's a lot of fun. And I mean, gives the video a nice little break. But yeah, now we're obviously facing Vegeta here, AGL form. We do a lot of damage with the God Boys. You're gonna see that now. They solo this final stage, which is why I say when you can bring them, it's highly incentivized, just because they're so strong in the stage. Like, they just do so much. So for me, I definitely think bringing them is 100% the best call. You can just see they just do a huge amount of damage, and yeah, they can solo carry the whole stage, especially the final section. They can just completely, like, one hit annihilate them pretty much, which, yeah, is always good. It's always cool. It's always cool to basically completely incinerate the final phase of a long event. So yeah, I mean, they're excellent, aren't they, especially against AGL type units. So yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with how this went, and yeah, that's it. So let me know if you guys need any help. Let me know. Obviously, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it. It's much appreciated. Likes, comments, all that sort of stuff, yeah, helps me out. But yeah, mainly I just want to see what you guys think, what teams you ran, and basically, yeah, how things are going. So catch up with me in the comments, and yeah. But otherwise, we have managed to get a pretty good job here, nice and quick, and yeah. But thanks so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.